It's a stupid Xerox deck. Look, there's Ancestral Recall, there's blue cards, there's red cards. It's gonna be a great time. Let's do it. We have once again, for like the third hand in a row, drawn Ancestral Recall on our starter, so I don't know, live the dream, I guess. He turned one preordained, so maybe he's on a bug deck or a rug deck. Oh, the jig is up, the news is out. He's found out that we have an Ancestral Recall in our hand. For better or for worse. So we have a multitude of options here. We don't have our own Mental Misstep. So he could very easily have a Mental Misstep to counter our Ancestral. So we don't really want to jam without some protection. We also don't want to jam our Ancestral Recall on turn 1 because we're not a deck that contains a lot of Moxen. So we would go down 7 cards to 6 cards and then up to 9 cards. And then we would just have to discard 2 cards at every turn. So did we really gain that much from our Ancestral? We don't want to do that. So a lot of the times if you're on the play, you'll pass the turn to your opponent and then Ancestral on their upkeep. We don't really want to do that because he's going to have a blue mana open so he can play Flusterstorm or something like that. So instead of jamming our Ancestral into certain death, we're just going to start with a Preordain here. And I know that's a long-winded explanation of why we're not trying to draw 3 cards, but that's the reason. A Thing in the Ice sounds pretty good though. I don't think we need another land at the moment. We are a little weak to him making a fast play with some Moxen or something like that. An early Jace or an early Leovold or something like that. I really do wish we had Mental Misstep for some of his strong 1-mana plays, but our hand has not given us many skill steps. Library is certainly a good one in the drawing cards mirror, where he will draw an extra card every turn as long as he activates his library correctly. Unfortunately for him, we have Wasteland, so we're just going to get that idea out of the way right away. And I'm going to probably this time jam the Ancestral on his upkeep. This basically means he has to have Mental Misstep, or he could Force if he wanted to, or he could have Flusterstorm, but we're going to make him have it. He did have it. Another way to what we could have done is we could have not Wastelanded that turn, then tried to Mental Misstep check him with Ancestral, in which case he would have taken him off library for another turn, and that might have been better. I didn't think about that line through, though. Don't think I like the way I played it. I think I would have liked possibly... It's a little awkward, because, like, letting him draw 1, letting us draw 3... I think I would have liked play Fetch Land, pass Ancestral on his upkeep instead of the line I took. I think the line I took was a little too aggressive, and it makes me a little sad. I think he could be a Wasteland deck, but I really do want to have the Volcanic in play. And we do have Gush to protect from Wasteland, so it's not too bad to fetch a non-basic here. Now he has to evaluate how does Thing in the Ice sound. I have no idea what the answer to that question is. We currently are a little shy on cards that pitch the Force of Will. We definitely are looking to snap Ancestral at some point in this game, which does lend a little bit of credence to the fact that we pushed an early Ancestral through. Pushing an early Ancestral through is less costly if you have the ability to snap it back on a later turn. We'll have to see. This Shattering Spree looks quite awkward. So we got a Force of Will for this Thing in the Ice, and we'd have to choose to discard one of these cards if we wanted to, or choose to exile a card if we wanted to make sure this Thing in the Ice resolved. I'm not really sure I'm prepared to do something like that. I think we're just going to have to let it go. I really would not like to force yet. It's a little unfortunate, because I would like to... We don't have that many threats, and I would like to resolve them, but if you play something like a Leovold here, we're in a lot of shape. A lot of bad shape. A lot of... You know what I'm trying to say. We're not in good shape, but it looks like he's Rug. So this could be a Dak Faden. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't really want Dak Faden to resolve. But this makes it more or less likely he has Wasteland, so I'm definitely down to lose this Gush. We can then cruise on our next turn anyways, so it's not too big of a deal to now use our Force of Will. He should not have a Force of Will left in his hand. He only has 2 cards, so he's tapped out, which is good. We can't get Pyroblasted, which is another thing we can worry about, though we drew the misstep anyways. We can now cruise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, then we can't Ancestral. Do we want to cruise and not be able to Ancestral? Oh, that's unfortunate. Really loath to lose our ancestral in our yard, but I think this is just a really good opportunity to resolve crews. This whole thing just didn't exactly go the way I wanted it to. Oh, his last card was Force of Will. Okay. So we currently really don't have anything, but he actually doesn't have anything. He drew a card? He drew a Snapcaster? Oh, it's really good. I assume he's going to preordain off that. I think we'll just snap off a Mental Misstep here, though. It's a good top deck for him. This Shattering Speed has really been bad for us. Library, not great either. At least we have a Snapcaster for another cantrip off the top. I'm willing to eat 2 here. I think I'm also willing to not cast Snapcaster this turn as well. I don't really see a need to engage in some kind of race like that. That's a nice one. I'll take the 2 here just to see more information before we make a play. This game, I don't think I play this game out. I don't think I would play this game out the same way next time, but man, he now draws the Wasteland that we were trying to play around with Gush after we lose our Gush. Really unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate. Everything seems to have just gone like 1 turn later than I would really have hoped for. Ooh, another Ambush Viper. Another Ambush Viper. So I'm really hoping he draws a cantrip this turn because we have Snap Misstep. I don't really want. I think I'm gonna wait in 1 more turn before we put an Ambush Viper into play. Strip Mine, huh? So if you saw his deck, you'd think maybe you're supposed to strip this Trop, but you're not really supposed to. He's actually this is actually closer to a blue-red mirror. I don't actually have that many cards I need 2 colorless for, so I'm going to strip this Volcanic. This makes it so his DAC isn't a good draw at the moment. Really looking for him to draw a cantrip, not a land. Alright, I'm going to put an Ambush Viper in. I am starting to think we're going to get out top decked. I can put Misstep on. I don't know, if you wanted to vault it, you would have just vaulted it. Alright, we drew another Misstep anyway. So we have mono Missteps in hand. Much skill, many steps. We have to hit him 5 times. Could be doable. Depends on if he draws a Pyromancer or not. So we can change the clock to 3 turns by putting in a Snapcaster Mage. But if we draw a Bolt, it would still be 8 with 5. It would still be 3 turns if we drew a land to Bolt. How's it going, my friend? Welcome to the chat. I think we're just putting in another Ambush Viper. I kind of like the way this is looking. The downside to this is if on the very next turn he draws a young Pyromancer, that is the way we get punished. I think almost every other draw we don't get punished, but a young Pyromancer would be a punish, and of course we drew the Scalding Tarn on the next turn, so this is lining up perfectly for us to get punished by a young Pyromancer this turn. Though it doesn't look like he has cantrips in his hand, he probably would have played them, so not the most punished by a young Pyromancer. I don't know what his 4 cards could be that he's holding, though. We certainly didn't need another Volcanic. Well, maybe these Ambush Vipers are just going to get the job done here. I'd be pretty happy. I would definitely be happy if the Ambush Vipers get the job done. Wow. How about that? My Tiago's very strong. Very strong. That's gas. So I'm going to bring in Pyroblast, and I'm going to bring in Pyroclasm, and I'm going to take out Shattering Spree, and I'm going to take out... I'm going to take out Wasteland. I don't actually think Wasteland is the way we want to play this game. I actually would like a Thing in the Ice, though. I'm running out of slots in here, though. All of these cards are pretty good in the matchup. I think we take out Pearl. I don't see the need for Wastelands and Needles in this matchup, and Trap is only okay. But I do like the idea of having a bunch of bolts and stuff like that. I think Pyroclasm should be good against him, too. Hey man, if we can run off 2 Pity Chests in one night, that's a solid night of streaming. 2 Pity Chests in 4.5 hours? That's some value. If Pity Chest... What did you just say? WT out? I don't know what you just said. Wasteland out is maybe what you're saying? Yeah, I don't really think you actually want to play Wastelands in this matchup. It's possible you don't want Forces either, actually. This is the It's not PO time, sorry. It's 11:30 my time. I work in the morning. I thought Wear Tear, yeah, I thought Wear Tear was WT, but... yeah, you got a Lotus. Hey, Breva. Welcome, welcome. Man, kind of wish we had the Shattering Spree now, huh? I don't think I'm going to cast Preordain just because I think I might be putting it to Force of Will. We've kind of drawn all of our creature hate and none of our spell hate, so this could go badly. Yeah, man, I play Reality Shift whenever I get the chance to. I don't play too much local paper Magic anymore, but whenever I get the chance, I do go down there and play. It's a little bit farther away from me than it used to be. This is really unfortunate because this is going to get... I mean, if he's a nut job that he gets Ancestral Recall, I can have all the mental missteps in the world. But maybe he has Ancestral Recall and he's going to go get... I don't know. Unfortunately, I think getting Ancestral Recall off that is like maybe some of the greediest shit I've ever seen. But we currently cannot punish that in any capacity. I don't want to get Wastelanded this time. I'm going to get an island. I'm going to wait on this. I'd like to brainstorm in response to an Ancestral if possible. If I just shop off Ancestral, if I just shop off Brainstorm there, he probably just cast Ancestral. And we're just like in such a shitty situation here. Alright, I'm just, oh man, this is going to end so poorly for us. We're just so far, how is this resolving? We're so far behind on mana. It's very awkward. We can just get rid of a lot of this creature removal. I almost want to get rid of this Dak Faden, actually. Well, the Dak Faden's pretty good on the board, actually. I think we just get rid of a bunch of this creature removal. Hope he doesn't have a Wasteland. I mean, if he has a Fluster, we were always going to lose this, so I'm not too upset. If he has a Hardcast Force, I don't really care about that either. We can choose not to fetch there, bluff that we have something, and go to our next turn, but that's not helping us either. We just have no mental missteps, so we're just getting unbelievably ranched by the fact that we have no mental missteps. So he gets to resolve Ancestral this game. Actually, I didn't resolve Ancestral last game, but... Oh man, did you strip mine? Alright, well, we're going to try to play this Dak Faden. Hopefully he doesn't draw another Force of Will. Does he have another Force of Will? I have to jam. I'm just so far behind. This match does not look good for us. His hand was way more powerful than ours. Yeah, he drew a Force of Will. We got rid of a Gush. That's kind of nice. We just ended up drawing a bunch of creature removal instead of spells. Jace, Unreal. Sure. Oh, nice. Our Lightning Bolt is now killing this Jace. Big fan. We are pretty far behind here. He does get to brainstorm off his Jace. It's pretty gas with the fetch land in play. Alright, I'm gonna play this first because I want to be able to pay for a Flusterstorm if he has a Flusterstorm. No, he just has a fucking skill step, huh? Alright, well. We can get wrecked by the Flusterstorm, but I'm gonna go look for a skill step because I don't think we're winning this game if I don't kill the Jace. Just has a force? Well, we got his dig through time. I think if I were him, I would have cast dig through time. That doesn't sound right. I think he made a mistake here. I think he should cast dig through time. Alright, whatever. Can't do anything about it. He just pitched a dig through time to his force. I think if you just cast dig through time, you can go get a blue card pretty much like 100% of the time, 99% of the time. Oh, maybe he wanted the cards that were on top of his library, but then he can just gotten those cards with dig. I don't really get it. Wasteland? We're gonna wasteland our bulk. That's really good. Oh, snap ancestral. All right, we're done here. We're done here. Oh wow. All right. Hey man, he's the one who didn't cast the restricted card. I don't know about this Pyroclasm. I like having, I guess Thing in the Ice is a better out anyways. I don't think I need a Pyroclasm. I'd rather have a Needle for Jace. I do need to, we're just really, really getting punished by not having a mountain in our deck. This deck list should 100% have a mountain in it. Oh, now we get to draw the Ancestral. God, we have an Ancestral with a Daze. What is this baloney? We're gonna get on library. I just don't even, man. I just don't even. I guess I should have gone for fetch basic, whatever. I don't care. Oh, he had a strip mine. He has his own ancestral. Oh no. Alright, we need some skill steps. We need some skill steps. So, on his turn, we cast Ancestral on his upkeep. We daze his Mental Misstep. And then we maybe draw our own Mental Misstep for his Ancestral. If not, we could force. Alright, we have a plan. We have a plan, chat. We both had Ancestrals this time. We've had so many Ancestral starting hands. It's unreal. Alright. Ancestral Recall. How do you respond? Alright. Daze you, bro. Daze you, bro. Alright, so this resolves. We drew a skill step. It feels good. It feels good. It feels so good. It feels so good. Ancestral, Ancestral, and skill step. And skill step. Oh my god. Do we then go immediately onto my library? And then we get strip mined, but we get to go on library for a turn. Draw a card with our library. We drew another skill step. Sure. Oh, we drew a wasteland. Wow. Alright, well. Our island's gonna get strip mined, it looks like. We know most of his hand. You're gonna Pyroblast that? That's fine with me. You could easily Pyroblast that. Oh, I'll take a Daze. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alright, we can lose the Volk. That's fine. That's fine. Alright, this is intense. This is a crazy game already. Alright, there's the strip mine. Cool art. Strips the island. Respectable. Respectable. He's got 2 unknowns, a Pyroblast, and a Time Walk. Let's go fetch a basic island. I'd like to not get wastelanded for a little bit. Preordain. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I definitely would like both of those cards. Next turn we can. Oh man, we don't even like. We don't have. We have too many cards to ancestral. We got to start countering some things. Time Walk definitely resolves. All right. Well, still think we're gonna cast Cruise just because we have a misstep anyways. All right, we don't know any cards left in his hand. We have a new full grip. We didn't hit. Okay, it's fine. We'll just pitch this Ponder. We don't need the Ponder. All right, we have a full grip. He's got 3 cards. We have a Blast, a Daze, and a Force of Will. We're gonna start looking to beat down with this big old thing in the ice. How do you respond? All right, no response. So he can have his own blasts. Yeah, Preordain resolves. This is looking good. I'm tentatively... Ooh, top from Yami. I'm tentatively hopeful about our Pity Chest likelihood. I'm not hopeful that this will finish in the next half hour. Black Lotus. Yeah, I still think Black Lotus resolves. I think we'll get a second thing in the ice out there. I'd rather not cast this Time Walk till we're flipping and can create some kind of lethal attack. We're running out of blue cards here. I don't care about a Young Pyromancer. I have 2 things in the ice in play. I'll crack one of these now. Pretty safe. Right, now I want to right on time. All right, let's crack this before we cantrip. He does have a Lotus. We have to be mindful of the Lotus. Looking for more cantrips. Do you have a skill step? No. We have a Lotus and a land. What does a Lotus do for us? We can snap. No, I don't think we need any of that. I'm not really interested in that. Needle? Needle just doesn't really do anything. Needle seems really bad. I really wish it was the Pyroclasm. I guess we can just, like, play it for the Jace. But we can always hardcast Daze if we... Yeah. It doesn't do anything. We do have Snap Ancestral, actually. Good look at that. So we have a Bolt in his hand. We can take 2 to start. Definitely have the time. He's got a lot of cards in hand again, though. Alright, nice. We have another Snapcaster. Alright, we can start making plays now. I'm not going to make any plays until his end step, though. But we can definitely look for a Snap Ancestral here with Pyroblast backup. Brainstorm, trigger Young Pyromancer. Yeah, that's fine. We can flip next turn if we want to as well. We have Snap Ancestral Pyroblast with a Daze. We can definitely do that, but I think it's more powerful if the turn that we snap, the turn we Time Walk, I want to flip the thing in the ice as the turn we Time Walk. We can get blown out by a flusterstorm here pretty hard. Not really, though. We have tons of counterspell. The fact that we have no missteps is a little awkward. He can easily have a bunch of Pyroblast in his hand, which I'm not excited about. Plays his own Snapcaster. Has a Pyroblast. I'd rather he didn't play a Snapcaster. Misstep my Pyroblast. Okay, let's see what he does. I'm definitely not confident I played this sequence correctly. I have exactly 0 experience playing Thing in the Ice sequences. So he's gonna get Time Walk. Interesting. He lets our Snap resolve, which means that we're gonna flip these no matter what. Oh wow, yeah, we're just gonna crush him now. We're not gonna flip these right away. I will block this time though. He only has 2 cards in hand. One of them's Time Walk. I mean, he has Time Walk and 2 cards in hand. If one of them's Bolt, like whatever. So I wonder if I'm supposed to lead with Daze or if I'm supposed to lead with Force here. I guess he's just getting, all Daze does is crack this Lotus. There's no 3 mana spell, so I'm really never actually getting a Daze from him. I think we're just supposed to Force. This does flip. It gives him another Snapcaster though. So yeah, it's gonna give him a Snapcaster, return this to hand. I don't know. I have no freaking idea. I believe this is a line I'm allowed to take. I don't know if it's any good. So here comes the purple red. Do a Pyroblast. He wants to flip this first. We flipped 1. And then he's gonna do what? Lightning Bolt the other one. So if I daze this, I should be able to flip it again, right? Does anyone know how Thing in the Ice works? Yeah, it still has 1 counter, so I should be able to flip it again. I want these both to flip. He only has 1 card left now. Alright, let's resolve this stupid stack. Did I just win the game? No, he gets to replay Pyromancer. That's funny. But I have a Time Walk friend. Woohoo! Pretty chest! He says he threw the game, but We got there. Pity chest life. All right. Do I have any Chubby Rain subscribers in chat who can hit me with the chest emote? If not, then I'll take a powerful wizard emote from Non-Interactive and Breba, and then we can open this bad boy, see what we get in our pity chest. We got a Gobbo. We got a turn 1 Lackey. We got some powerful wizard. We got a Zebra Unicorn. That's pretty good too. I'm feeling good about this chest now. All right, pity chest says, "Whoo-hoo! Everyone's favorite, the Cryptborn Horror." All right, it's all the Zebra Unicorn's fault. No worries, no worries. Okay, that's 2 full leagues for me tonight. So we had a 3-2 with Ravager Shops for the pity chest, and a 3-2 with Matt's horribly designed thingamabobber. That's gonna be it for me. It's way past my bedtime. For all the new guys, especially Turn 1 Lackey, thanks for the hosts. We play Vintage mostly. The big ones are the Saturday streams, 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll stream the whole challenge start to finish. We've never streamed a challenge and done worse than 4-2, so it's a good time. Sometimes during the week after 7 p.m. we'll play a league or two, just like today. Feel free to follow the stream. Feel free to subscribe to the YouTube link in below. And thanks everyone for hanging out. Good night. I'll send you guys somewhere else, hopefully. I don't know where else there is to send you guys, but see if I can figure out somewhere to send you. Is Jarvis still streaming? No, Jarvis is not still streaming. No, don't raid to Jarvis. I got nothing. Screw it. Thanks, guys.